Good morning. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I got to saw my beautiful granddaughters last night. Hadn't seen my grandson yet, but I hope they have a wonderful week in school. I saw some video of them cheering yesterday, cheerleading practice. Incredible athletes. Unbelievable. Laura, Lai, and Layton. All right. Jason Kovaleski, Jim Brandt, Wildcat. I want to jump into it before I forget. I want to get into the Florida Gators before we get into anything else. We got to jump into it. We said they had to win the first two, and I thought they have to split the LSU-Miami game. He loses his football game. People are going nuts. They want him fired. They want him gone now. I go back to DeBoer, and matter of fact, I think yesterday I said on the show, I said Alabama, DeBoer, and the entire staff wrote Billy Napier a thank you note because it's gotten the attention off Alabama for this week back on the Florida Gators. I thought the player, I don't know if you watched the game or not. I watched almost all the game, going back and forth to the other ones. But I thought the kids played hard. Did they play smart? No. They got a 15-yard penalty. They got kicked out of the game for spitting on somebody. Penalties. They had 2 touchdowns called back. It was not like the effort that you saw Alabama give against FSU. And FSU is a really good football team.
So South Florida.
I think
we give South Florida credit.
Yeah, I really believe Alabama would have played really well. I still think they're not. I think Florida State's just better.
I got a question here.
Yeah.
Okay, now all of the NFL players have been warned this year about taunting, that taunting will be called as a penalty, and they're looking for it, so on and so forth. Has that same rule gone down to the college level?
I honestly don't know. I really don't. I didn't keep up with the new rule changes. I didn't. I know they always talk about at the beginning of the year things have changed.
This year,
I just didn't pay attention
official.
to it. Yeah.
I mean,
we know if you spit on somebody, you're going to get kicked out of the ball game.
Yeah, but I mean, even just taunting is going to be called as a penalty this year in the NFL.
Taunting's never been allowed in college football. And matter of fact, the
Miami
celebrations, were never allowed. I guess this year was the first year they've said, you know what, let's just let them, celebrate as long as they don't taunt the other player. I remember the Texas-Ohio State semifinal game, the tight end ran over Caleb Downs, and you can point first down this, but he pointed at Downs, and that got a flag. So they've always enforced that. So
that was a big play.
Yeah.
Getting back to Florida, I'm with you. South Florida's a really good football team.
They are.
They beat Bozeman. They beat Boise State bad. And real quick, I'm glad Boise State lost. I'm glad Baylor beat SMU. Hopefully we won't have to worry about those. I hope they'll get a couple more losses. We won't have to worry about them. But Baylor had a good team, and this was their Super Bowl. We knew it was going to be competitive. We knew it was going to be a really good football game. But to go off on Napier that bad, are they overreacting? Or because I watched the game, they played hard. All the calls weren't bad. They had 2 touchdowns called back. If they're not called back for stupid penalties, they win that football game. And at the end of the game, you can question some of the play calling. You run the ball, you're eating the clock up yet, and then you throw an incomplete pass. Lagway, I was shocked. He is not the same.
Or is he? We talked about this. We were texting back and forth. He's a career 59% passer. I mean,
I didn't realize that
over the last year. I mean, usually that jump you make from the first to second years, we should be talking about the Heisman, and he should have put that team in his shoulders and carried them with his legs, the passing. And he just doesn't look like that guy that, like Bryce Underwood look as a junior, and Brian Kelly, as Burrow,
You just would think he would be 100% better.
I thought he'd be the best quarterback in the country.
I did too.
I mean, he's powerful, he's big. He reminds me a little bit physically of Justin Fields with a better, accurate arm, but he just doesn't put it together. I think we've talked about this ad nauseum, and I think Florida fans have too. Hire a good offensive coordinator. You got 5 offensive line coaches.
Let's ask you, if you're the head coach of Florida, you can still call a play. Give somebody the title. That way you got a buffer there. I mean, right now they all want him because he's calling plays. It would be they'd be going after the – no, they still be going after him. But they still be going after him. But
go get
he's got to hire an offensive coordinator, right?
I would sure think so.
If he survives this year. Now, you got to go to LSU Saturday night, which they brought me down there. I thought they were going to be really good. I still think they got a shot to be really, really good.
Yeah, give them a letdown game. Yeah, that high.
Yeah,
it's hard to get.
But then I did watch a little bit of Clemson Troy.
Clemson's not very good.
Clemson, I think you called that earlier.
Well,
we were like,
last year they weren't very good. What did they add to that team that made them so special? That's going to give them, top 5. They're winning the national championship. Dabo's going 16-0. What are we talking about here?
All right, you got LSU, then you got Miami, then you got Texas, then you got A&M. Can he split those?
I know that the people calling for his head don't look at it like this. Look at it like this. Yeah, losing to South Florida is bad. I mean, when you're
yeah.
Urban Meyer didn't play them for a reason. I mean, that was smart on his part. And it's bad, but it's not a conference loss.
Right.
So you're still got everything ahead of you, and I know they won't look at it like that, but it's the truth. Now, can they split all these games coming up? I don't know. That's a tall order for anybody. I mean, for any team. I mean, they got LSU,
LSU, Miami, at LSU,
right?
Texas, then at A&M.
You know, I blame.
Good luck.
Who made their schedule? Like, you didn't put this.
They just gave him an extension. They gave him an extension.
You set him up for fail. I don't care if Urban Meyer's there. He's
or the SEC office. Maybe it was SEC.
Maybe somebody's mad at him, but like that's a ridiculous schedule. You play Florida State, South Florida, and Miami out of conference. And then you got A&M, Texas, LSU back to back with Georgia.
And Georgia.
There. Yeah,
nobody has anything.
Nobody's
like
going to navigate that schedule. Now, I said
he had to win that South Florida game.
That was so important because South Florida's beatable. I don't know LSU on the road at night is beatable. I mean they looked a little pedestrian there, but after a big that's kind of a letdown game.
And maybe Clemson was down a little bit after losing that home game.
I never knew they were up, I'll be honest. I mean, I love Dabo. I think he's a great coach, but they just don't use the resources in the portal that they should to kind of complement their team. I think they started to embrace that a little bit more, but...
I want to say this before we get off it, because he keeps bringing it up, and I kept just, nah. But you're right. As bad as things can seem, when you lose one game, people freak out. And then even if you lose two, like he pointed out, it's still not over. And I still can't believe, in my mind, I don't think Ohio State lost but one game. They had lost two games and got in the playoffs and blew everybody out.
And their biggest rival last game of the year.
They lost. And which was the greatest thing to ever happen to them.
Yeah, it kind of galvanized you. So it's all how they respond. I mean, if you go 3-1 over your next four games, you're right in the mix. You're right in the mix for the SEC. You're right in the mix for a playoff. Do we have faith that he's going to do that without an offensive coordinator or somebody that can come in and take reins on that? Because
if he makes it through the year, he's got to hire an offensive coordinator.
I got the Big Ten Network, and I was listening to James Franklin talk about Penn State, and he's talking about one of the hardest things they teach their players, that a skill, he's saying it's a skill, is to put things behind you and go to the next play.
Yeah.
He goes, that's a really hard thing to do. It's the same thing like with these fans. I mean, it's bad, but it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. No amount of crying is gonna
but
bring
Florida
it back.
fans
Or finger
understand.
pointing.
This isn't some just terrible South Florida team. This is a South Florida team.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Really good.
Even played good last year against teams. You know what I'm saying?
They should have beat Alabama at home when Saban's I think it was his last year. Right. They should have won the game. I watched it. Alabama was lucky to win that game.
Boise State was in the playoffs last year, and they made them look like a high school football team.
You said we got a call? Oh, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I want to say something about Death Valley. If there are rib bones sticking out of a mule, it ain't Death Valley, okay? LSU thinks they're Death Valley. Clemson thinks they're Death Valley. They're not. Check out Tennessee, Bama, and Florida's record in Baton Rouge. You never know what might happen. Florida might bounce back.
Yeah.
It'd be the most Napier thing ever.
Yeah, well, they might. I want to ask you this before I have to check in the nervous hospital again, which I did. I'm not joking. I don't joke about mental health before the Syracuse game. But I feel better about it. Can Tennessee beat Georgia up there this weekend? I'm not talking about 3 yeyears from now.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. But I will say this. Everybody badmouthed Kirby. Everybody's badmouthing Dabo. Bobo, offensive coordinator. They're going to play their best game. They're going to play hard. Now, they got a lot of people hurt. A lot of offensive linemen hurt. The tight end broke his leg or something like that. But I still think Georgia's going to show up.
They got it.
But Tennessee can't beat.
I think Tennessee's got the better quarterback in this match.
I do too.
So that's a big advantage for me.
They may have the better three quarterbacks. I don't know.
That's true.
And our fourth stringer, who's got a hurt hand over here at Greensboro Whirly for the Grimsley Whirlies in Greensboro, Brandon. I always want to call him Brandon Fajan. He's the next Lamar Jackson. Here's the thing. Our third-string quarterback, I say at Tennessee, he can go in the draft in 27. He had, I don't know. That's George McIntyre's grandson, Coach George.
Is it really? Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. You know that. George
No, I
Zeus.
didn't. That's cool.
His granddaddy won the Bobby Dodd Coach of the Year in 1982.
I did not know
but
that.
then he's a great.
Hey, what about the corner? Didn't Tennessee have a real good corner that's out?
They've had a lot of things go wrong with them, their coach. But I don't know. I don't know that. Their numbers. Let me tell you what happened to me this weekend. I was actually going to attend a football game for free, which, coaches love that. But my buddy, who was the way to get the tickets, going to go see Chattanooga and Stetson.
Ooh.
This is friendships limits. So a dude calls him up, it's got a $500 ticket, or whatever they cost right now, maybe more than that, to go see Georgia and Tennessee. Well, my buddy's a Georgia fan, so you know how I feel about that. Yeah, Anyway, hey, Coach Brent, what do you think about your boy down there? Let me tell you, I'm starting to like Mumbles a little better. He's actually opening up in the press conferences. A guy asked him, he said, between the first game and the second game in colleges, when you improve the most. So the North Carolina coach, whose name we won't call, he goes, well, I sure hope so. In Richmond this week. So anyway, he's got a little bit of humor to him. I don't know. I hope when I'm 74, which I won't live that long, I can have the motivation he has. God bless everybody down there. And Vanderbilt, hey, they're all torn up over here in ACC country because Vanderbilt they beat Virginia Tech at Blacksburg or Christiansburg or wherever they play. Well, I tell you, I'm going to give you a Vandy memory that old Brian would like because he's from Mobile. Bill Dooley came into Dudley Stadium one year and had a guy named Bruce Smith playing for him. I thought, okay, I'll go watch Bruce Smith. Vanderbilt will beat him. No, I think it was 43-0. Anyway, but Vandy's better.
Yeah, they are.
The SEC. What was the SEC's record last week?
It was awesome. Take away South Florida beating Florida, then we could have bragged a lot.
Take that away. Well,
Mississippi State beat Arizona State.
You're talking about what Coach Napier's got to do. He's got to take his buyout and go buy Spurrier's condo over at Crescent Beach and help Spurrier get into skilled nursing. Y'all have a great one now.
All right,
Go
Mike.
Vols.
Go Vols.
I'd put him as an offensive coordinator instead.
Yeah, I would too. He's got to get an offensive coordinator.
Missouri beat Kansas. SEC.
Yeah,
SEC.
We're
back.
I had Kansas. I
picked Kansas too.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know. I thought their quarterback was banged up.
I've seen that movie too many times. Big 12. I picked Missouri, hopefully.
Yeah, Big 12, it's the weakest of the four.
You just get in these games that they throw it all over each other. You think their offenses are going to be explosive, but when they play legitimate teams that have a front seven, it just.
Let me go with the high school picks real quick. I was perfect, 9-9. Jason, you were 8-9. Jim was 8-9. Jeremy Pridgeon was 8-9, and
I think
Kyle
Rutherford and they got robbed.
was at. Yeah, I went back. I told you and Kyle Friday, so I'm gonna go back and pick Chipley.
So you're the one that paid the refs off.
Yes. All right, here we go. College picks. I think it was you and Jim did really well, if I can remember correctly. Let me find them. Here they are. All right. Jim, you were 19 of 22.
Nice.
That's good. I was 19 of 22. Jason, you were 20 of 22. Glenn actually was 20 of 22. Brian was 19 of 22. Dr. Ward knocked out of the ballpark, 21 of 22.
Nice.
Wow. Kyle Vandegrift was 20 of 22.
Let me guess which one he missed, the Gators.
Yeah, I think we all missed that one. Yeah.
Somebody picked them, though. I can't remember who did.
I don't know.
Maybe it was
I'll go back and look.
Jeremy.
Maybe it was Glenn. I don't know. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Jake, let's start out with you. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Locals taking care of locals. Don't go out and buy some cheap vitamins and something from Publix or Walmart or some other store. Go local. Go local. We got two great locations, 23rd Street, Pier Park. What's going on down there?
Well, we always have our free sample bar, so you can come in and try your products before you buy them. Come taste some of our proteins. We got transparent labs throughout the month, 15% off. Really high-end products. We got it cheapest in the area, cheapest online. So you can come down there, sample some of their proteins, some of their pre-workouts, some of their mass gainers, and get 15% off transparent labs. But we also have a new product called Testifensine. It's kind of like an oral GLP-1, but without the stomach issues. So it's got a really good appetite suppressant. It increases metabolic rate, so metabolizes fat, burns fat. For all those people that are scared about, a little bit nervous about Ozempic and some of these pharmaceuticals that they're selling so much of because they don't know the long-term effect. Tesofensine's a peptide for weight loss. It's phenomenal. I mean, if you're struggling.
What's it called again?
Tesofensine.
Okay.
So it's really good. It's got a really good appetite suppressant in there for those people struggling maybe with appetite cravings. That can help, get your structured diet in form a little bit better. But we got some new products in. Just come down there and see us. I'm there 2 to 7 on 23rd Street, and we have our store in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Also, don't forget about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, the coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's. We're one day away from that world-famous J. Michael's spaghetti. Also, don't forget about Steverson Air Conditioning. Are you having problems getting the house cooled off? The weather's been pretty good. It's going to be really nice, I think, the rest of the week. But if you have any issue, your power bill's going through the roof, please don't do that. Call Steverson Air Conditioning. Let them come out and save you some money. The most honest, hardworking locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. That is Steverson Air Conditioning. Go Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back. I'm so glad I saw my granddaughters last night, Lorelai Layton. I miss Johnny, though. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 85 with a moderate breeze at 16 miles per hour coming out of the east-northeast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with lows around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 87. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
Krispy Kreme Donuts has whipped up a little magic for Harry Potter fans. A donut collection inspired by the House of Hogwarts, the Sorting Hat, and a shimmering golden latte. The Harry Potter collection now available for a limited time at Krispy Kreme Donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donuts since 1937, where you get them hot.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
Now that's the spicier food nibble!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's bring him on right now. Rutherford head football coach, Coach Floyd. Coach, how you doing this morning, sir?
Doing well. How are we doing?
I'm doing great. A beautiful day. Tough one last week, 39-26. Now, I know you can't talk about officiating, but I've heard from so many different places, and you might want to jump in here. Kyle Vandegrift went nuts off it. You said it was kind of crazy.
It just didn't look good. I mean, they called a number of penalties that just didn't seem, right in that situation of the game. And I thought they affected the outcome of the game, which is kind of sad for Rutherford because I know the type of effort and type of people they are over there. And he's not going to, blast them, but I will for him. So it was a terribly officiated game. And you just find that sometimes in high school. It's not always about corruption or this. You just got to have some guys out there that don't know what the heck they're doing.
Yeah. All right, Coach, let's bring you on. Talk about the game. Give us some names of players that played well for you. Tell us what happened.
Yes, sir, man. Starting with number one, because Zion Rochelle, had a heck of a game. Had a couple long catches that he made that he kind of took to the end zone that, broke a few tackles. Then he had a heck of a game on the defensive side of the ball. Everywhere the ball was, he was, man, trying to match those guys' toughness and just trying to hold his team up and pull his young team up, man. And I was proud of the leadership that he's shown, and he has been showing as far as trying to grow as a leader. Braylon Hurd made some spectacular catches later in the game that helped us move the chains and move the sticks and get us going a little bit. Those two guys who have been pretty much doing a lot through the course of this year and their seniors as expected, they had pretty good games, and I feel like they helped the young guys fight. And as far as the offensive line, we kind of don't talk about it a lot. We have a sophomore left guard, Kadero English, who's been pretty good and kind of has been an unlikely guy, but he's the one that's showing that most of the toughness, pulling around, getting up to a backer, getting up to the second and third levels. So we got some other young guys that made some things happen. Elijah Wardroff at the junior DN to set the edge, to kind of slowing down as far as the running game early on when we were playing better defense in the first three quarters, man. But I got fault, when it comes down to the referees, man. And through the course of the game, we may fuss argue about a call, but it's just like any other play. You move on, you continue to play and coach the football game, and not focus on saying, hey, I'll drop that touchdown, so we're going to lose the game, or this call was made in our favor or not in our favor, we're going to win or lose the game. You don't do those things. But then when you go back, you watch the film, and just like anything, or maybe this call was questionable, or this play he didn't run his route right, and we did this right. So it's not really blaming the refs, man. At the end of the game, it's an element of the game. You don't want it to control the game, and I won't get into any of those type of things because I don't feel like these guys are trying to make mistakes. Because just like with amateur sports, we coaching these kids, and they're not doing exactly everything that they're supposed to do. As coaches, we're not perfect doing everything that we're supposed to do. So people do make mistakes. It sucks at times, but for the most part, man, I don't focus on the refs, and I'm ready to we're back in practice, ready to go, ready for another hard-fought game to get ready to get into battle.
Well, it looks like you guys are improving from week to week. I mean, I thought there were some good moments in that Mosley game. I mean, Chipley's 3-0, so you battled them to the wire. I thought things could have come out differently, like you said, but, there's a lot of factors that play into that. You got Holmes County coming up. What's the mindset of the kids? What's your message to them, and how do you get this going a little bit better?
Man, very, very similar to Chipley, man. When you go into those rural areas like, Holmes County, Chipley, where you only have one school or two schools, and then most of the guys grow up together and they care about each other and they're going to fight hard for each other and just a brotherhood. So they're going to come into the game really chippy. They're going to be strong. They're going to be tough. You're going to have to play them for 4 quarters, and now they incorporated the spread with Coach Colton Rush, and I feel like he's coming into his own as far as what he's doing. The first game he lost 12-8. Second game he lost 8-9, and this last game he lost 18-19 to Walton. So they're also improving, becoming who they are. And our guys know, it doesn't matter about the record. The same thing as far as us. We're 0-2 team, they're 0-3 team, and at the end of the day, somebody's gonna come home happy, and the other one's gonna be, back to the drawing board trying to get that first win. So them guys coming in with the same kind of mindset that we have, trying to get that first one because it's hard to get, and they're gonna fight. And so that's what we're preparing for through the course of the week. More, take care of our mental stuff on Mondays, start getting that tough Tuesday, tough Wednesday, and shining polish on that Wednesday walk through on Thursday, and see what we can do on Friday through our preparation through the course of the week.
Yeah, you made a great point. 1 or 2 plays, Holmes County, they're 3-0. I mean, they could be very easily be 3-0. Probably, maybe should be 3-0. But that's sometimes that ball bounces funny. And it's like you guys. You could have very easily won this game last week. Now, the part I think it's tough. It's hard to go there and win there in that stadium. That's a tough place to play at. We all right?
Hello.
That looks like it's there, Coach.
Can you hear us?
Yes, it's back.
Okay. I was talking about that. Talk about playing over there. I mean, you've been playing at home now. Isn't this really the first road trip where you actually go out of the county?
It is, and man, normally as a player, I always like to play home. You got your home fans, your home crowd. You wired up. You got adrenaline going. You want to play in front of your friend, your girlfriend, or parents, or whoever. But as a coach now, it was good playing in front of our fans. You getting that support that we've been getting. We've been getting pretty good support from the whole community, and just trying to win at home. I still think as a coach now, I feel like we need to be on the road just so we can relax, focus, just play football, hear to your coaches, focus on what your coaches are. And that's not pointing fingers at the kids. Those are just small elements that, through the psyche of our young men that, we don't want to mess up or we want to do it perfect because somebody's out there watching us. When you're on the road, I feel like you have a lot more focus because it's just you and your coaches on the road, and that's who you have, with a few fans in the stands. But it's a lot less distractions, I feel like, and I feel like, I want to see what this young team is. The first experience is a road trip as far as a real game, and I want to see just another experience box so we can check off for this young group, man. And so, again, I love it because I see them growing, checking off boxes with these guys, and I told a guy yesterday, man, if they bite at the pup, they'll bite at the dog, and these guys are going to grow. They're going to get older.
Are y'all pretty much healthy? I might have asked you that earlier. If I did, I apologize. But are y'all pretty healthy?
Man, we lost another one. I don't know what the diagnosis is going to be. It could be next week. It could be 2 or 3 weeks as far as a freshman running back. And then we lost that kicker a couple weeks ago. Man, that was big because he was not just a kicker. He was, he was our deep threat as far as backside of things. Yeah. And was actually able to catch it and make a play if we toss it to him. So that's a few points off the board. And he'll be gone for at least 4 to 6. So looking for him to get him back around North Bay Haven game. And I think we got our kicking woes solved. We recruited a soccer kid and he kicked a 40-yarder yesterday just off no practice. So, but as far as the deep threat part of it, I just feel like we're losing the element, but we just find other ways to get other guys in other spots to try to make those plays.
After watching film on Holmes County, do you feel like you guys might have the advantage for his team speed?
It's hard to tell, I like to think we got a little speed. It's hard to tell, but I think we may have a little bit more. But what their guys running hard. So let's say I got a guy that runs a 4.4, and then I got another guy that runs a 4.3. But all of them just kind of jog or run to the ball lackadaisical, and they run at a 5.6. And then they got a whole bunch of teams full of 5 flats, and everybody's running to the football. That defense is running 5 flat consistent. It's the one that's being faster. So what I'm saying is their game speed does not have to do with anything with individual speed, and I feel like those guys play very fast, and they're strong and they're physical. And then they got size up front, so I don't want them mistaken for we got a couple guys I feel like that can take it, and they won't be able to run with us. But as far as through the course of the game, those guys run to the football, and, that can make up for any mistakes or any kind of lack of speed there. So it's not really a big discrepancy in speed. So that's my take on it.
All right, we're talking to Coach Floyd, Rutherford football coach, one of my favorites. This guy doing a great job of there. Coach, keep it up. You're doing an incredible job. We will talk to you next Tuesday. Good luck to you against Holmes County, Coach.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, this week lineup, you got Arnold at South Walton. That'll be a good one. Bay, Escambia. That should be a really good football game. Escambia's usually really good. Bozeman at Mariana. Jim, you saw Bozeman. Mosley at Navarre. North Bay Haven at Graceville. I think North Bay Haven's got a shot at that one. Walton at West Florida. Destin at Pensacola. Vernon versus Chipley. Port St. Joe versus Bluntstown.
Nice. I think.
Taco Bell. Yeah, Taco Bell.
Bluntstown strong, man. I can't. Man.
Bill Sneeze has got Florida A&M at home. Rutherford again's at Holmes County. That's our lineup we'll be picking this week. All right, when we get back, we'll have some FSU update from Jim Brandt. But right now, let's talk about some of the great people we have. If you're looking for bikes, there's only one place to go. That's Steve's Bike Shop. We're always talking about locals. Always support the local people that grew up here. People that got invested in this community. That's what Steve Bike Shop is. They got a commitment. It goes back all the way to 1979. You want a bike that's going to last. You want one of these new electrical bikes that are taking over the world. And they got a big selection of both right there at Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street, right across the street from Sam's. Go check it out. Make sure you're wearing a helmet. And we got to get him back in. He told me him and a coach wants to come in here. So, Steve, anytime you want to come back, let us know. He also is a swim coach at Mosley. Does an incredible job there. Steve's Bike Shop, they sell new and used, and they work on all type of bikes. They're doing a great job. Great selection over there, by the way. Also, you will not beat this deal. You will not beat this deal. That Cajun place, if you're at the games, a live game, here's what you're going to get. You get some big, juicy wings for 50 cents. Yes, 50 cents, but we had 20 for $10. You can't beat that anywhere these days. $5 pitchers when the games are being played. They open up early on Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturdays, they open up 10 for the brunch. You get there, watch game day, get your favorite spot, watch all the football games right there. If you're LSU now, if you're LSU Saturday night versus Florida, have your LSU shirts at the Cajun Place. I think we're going to go down there. I'm going to wear LSU shirt, I think.
You should.
Get that free Jello shot.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle those.
Wear one under the other.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. They only do it for LSU,
Just pull it. Well, just put your LSU shirt on over top of your Alabama.
Well, then on Sunday, they got the North Shore Jazz Band from 10 to 12. They do an incredible. I know one of their main guys in that band. They do a great job. They got brunch going on. Then the NFL package starts. They got 27-plus TVs. Wear your Saints shirt. They score a touchdown. Get up there and go, please, may I have my Jello shot? And they'll give it to you. You can't beat this, guys. That Cajun place, we know how good the food is there. It's incredible. We had a wonderful time there Saturday at 11 o'clock. Jill and I watched the FSU game there. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers when the game's being played. Cannot beat that. Also, take a break. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
I tell you, Coach DeBoer, stop giving press conferences. You about as uninspiring as anything I ever heard in my life. You couldn't inspire a chicken across the road if there was a hen on the other side looking like Megan Fox and some Daisy Duke.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Scorpion TV. Over 5,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch 400 local network channels from Panama City and most major markets. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Just $45 a month with our promo code ESPNNW. Go to ESPNPC.com and click the Scorpion TV logo.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Well, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU is back. Ranked 10th in one poll, and maybe 12th in the other. I can't remember right now. But if you want to have a great time, and we certainly appreciate the FSU update, brought to you by Newbies. They don't have 1, 2, 3. They've got 4 wonderful locations. The new one in St. Andrews, the blue facility is incredible. But newbies to on the curve, that's where you want to go watch all the NFL games, college football, right there. Head on down to the mothership on the weekends. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for you like she always does. Love John, love Charlotte. They always give back to the community. Let's make sure we support them. Jim, what do you got for us down FSU?
Well, you already mentioned the number part of it. You know, if we're all sitting here and if we just said, hey, after 2 weeks, Florida State's going to be number 10 in the AP poll, I don't think anybody would have believed that.
No.
Me included. I was like, really? Everybody's struggling? But obviously they've done something to turn it around. They blew out East Texas A&M. That was kind of a given. Everybody kind of knew that was going to happen. I don't know if they knew they were going to score 77 points, but it was a blowout, obviously. And in all the years I followed football, I've never seen a box score, a stat line, whatever, where 14 guys carried the ball for Florida State.
Wow.
14? 14 different people ran the ball.
Wow.
So obviously they were trying to find anybody with a pulse and you want to run the ball, son?
Yeah. Get in.
So that was a good win for them. They're obviously headed in the right direction. They're off this week, and then they play Kent State on the 20th. I thought it was this week, but it's not. It's on the 20th. Now, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Kent, Ohio is about 45 minutes south of there. Okay, I know a lot about them. We played them when I was at Akron. A lot of people don't know about Kent State, so I'm going to give you some Kent State information, all right? I kind of gave away where I'm going with this, but I'm going to give you some information here. All right, here we go. Jack Lambert, Julian Edelman, James Harrison, Josh Cribbs, Antonio Gates, Nick Saban, Lou Holtz, Gary Pinkel, Don James.
Wow.
What do they all have in common?
They played or coached.
They played or coached at Kent State.
Wow.
Now, so the other thing that happened at Kent State, and again, this happened when I was like 13, 14 years old. You've ever heard the Crosby, Stills and Nash Young song of Ohio, Four Dead in Ohio? That was at Kent State.
Yeah.
That's shooting. And so what does that got to do with anything? Well, the thing that has to do with it is because if you lived in that part of the state, Kent State, from them to the next whatever, they had a real PR problem. And everybody had the idea that there was some fringe lunatic play. You don't want to go there. All them the term then was hippies.
Right.
All the hippies go there, and you don't want to go there. And I think it really put them back as a program for a long time. Now, this is a true story. Okay, my freshman year, 1974, we're playing Kent State. It was the only time we played them. All right, I'm at Akron. We go to Kent. Nick Saban was a GA at Kent State. All right? I didn't know it at the time, but he was. Okay? Gary Pinkel was on the staff there also. Don James was their head coach.
Wow.
Who went on to West Washington and won a national championship in 1991. Anyway, I told Nick Saban this when he was recruiting Eddie at Arnold. He just kind of laughed about when he heard I'm going with this. I said, Coach, I know you don't know me, and you probably don't remember this game, but Kent beat us like 50-something to 10. I mean, just beat us like a red-haired stepchild. I mean, just, and that was like the last time that they were really good, because that was like 2 years after Jack Lambert and Nick Saban and all them guys played there. So they've always had really good individuals, it seems like. Jack and Antonio Gates got in the Hall of Fame, tight end for the Chargers. He never even played football.
Yeah.
He played basketball and then went to NFL. So they've had some really good players, here and there, and obviously Lou Holtz. So between Lou Holtz and Nick Saban, both went to Kent State. Both played at Kent and went there.
That's crazy.
It's like, what would be the chances of a middle of the pack team from Ohio with coaches like that? So that's who Kent State is. They're not very good now. They kind of go up and down. This should be a big win for Florida State. So.
And they got 2 weeks to get ready.
So,
and they're really getting ready for Miami. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Is that who they got after Kent State? I hadn't looked.
I think so. So
yeah, they're getting ready for Miami.
It shouldn't be much of a challenge for them now. But in the past, every now and again they got their really big time players. Don Nottingham's another one for the old timers like me. The bowling ball, he played for the Colts and the Dolphins. Don Nottingham, running back. So they've had every now and again they'll have a really good. But Jack Lambert obviously was was special.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I look at Billy Napier, what he's done, making the changes with Gus and Coach White. You got to give those two guys a lot of credit, but the one that you got to give credit to the head coach, he pulled the trigger. He made those decisions, and it's worked out great. Billy Napier, you need to hire an offensive coordinator. If you survive, hire an offensive coordinator.
I think it's the only way he can survive, to be honest. I don't think they're going to just let him go status quo. I mean, if he goes, 6-6, and that's the status quo.
I think if he goes 6-6, he's going.
Pull the trigger. I mean, in Florida, you got to have higher standards at this point. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, it's nice to give the guy opportunity, but he's had, 4 recruiting classes. This is his players. This is his system. I mean, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and you still got 4 offensive line coaches on that staff for some reason. I don't.
And now, true or not true, the word is that the athletic director is still supporting him, and they just gave him an extension. Think about this now. They don't have a real president. Right. Remember, they selected a guy from Michigan, then finally everybody said, no, we don't want you here. You're not coming to Michigan. Right. Thank God he's not at Florida. So you got to enter him. So Strickland was pretty lucky that they gave him this extension to 2030. Because he's made some questionable hires. Now, the basketball guys worked out great, but there's not, you talk to Florida people, I don't know that many people are real thrilled with him either.
It's about football. I mean, they love basketball, obviously, especially when you win a national championships. But when Florida's down to football, that's a big deal. I mean, you got the entire state of Florida. That's I wouldn't say a blue blood, but you're an SEC school. Football's king. I mean, and they should be better.
Well, let me ask you both this. Since he did get that extension, does he buckle down and go, no, we're not going to do a buyout. We're going to keep him here? Because that's his guy now. He's supported him big time last year. Or does he go, I'm going to give in, we're going to have to get a new coach? Or does he support him because of the schedule? How many coaches could win playing that schedule? There's not a lot that could.
Who's out there? This was my thing when we heard about Ryan Day after Michigan. Fire him.
Maybe Gruden, Lane Kiffin.
Is Gruden's been out of coaching, 10 years?
I know they want Lane. I know certain people want him, and his wife would leave to go to. I don't think she'll let him go to Tuscaloosa. I don't, if that was to happen. I could be wrong about that, but he wants to. I know he's always wanted that Bama job.
Well, if I could get Lane, I'd fire Billy Napier tomorrow. I mean, to be honest, you're immediately going to be a 10-win team. You're going to be exciting. The recruits are going to want to come play there. I mean, it's an immediate.
You like him calling the plays.
Absolutely. Except fourth down.
Talk about the Gators. The thing that I think has hurt them is this recruiting. Just think about who's playing at Ohio State from Florida, okay? Obviously, the most number one is Jeremiah Smith. He's been Chaminade in Hollywood, okay? Yeah. How do you miss on him? I'm glad that they did, but how do you miss on him? Brandon Ennis is another one. There's Carnell Tate played at IMG. You got 3 of Ohio State's receivers.
Starters.
Are all Florida guys. All of them.
We're not talking about the young kids here. Talvis Alford, linebacker, came in, looked phenomenal. That's a freshman, stud that we got it from there. I mean, we got a lot of kids from Florida that's just, if they keep those guys in, and luckily they didn't, that's the difference between a national championship and not for us. I mean, Jeremiah Smith is a difference maker. Those are the kids you got to keep home, and when Florida's good.
Right. Y'all keep your thoughts. I want to go back to that when we get back. I want to talk a little bit about that. I want to talk about what Saban said. Some of it made sense. Some of it maybe not. No, I take that back. Anytime he says something that makes sense.
It makes sense. Just you don't agree with it.
Anytime Spurrier says something, it makes sense too, even though you might not agree with that.
Arch Manning.
Yeah. Anything. I respect both those guys.
Absolutely.
But times have changed. We'll talk about that when we get back. Right now, let's talk about some of our great people. Man, if you love college football, NFL, you got to get to, if you're in Lynn Haven, you better be at Beef O'Brady's. They got the $10.99 specials all the time. Every Wednesday, 10 wings inside for $9.99. But during college football, if you got a big party planned, do what everybody's doing. You call Pat Perno, city commissioner, the owner of Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, and you order 50 wings, 100 wings, 75, whatever you want to do. They're going to be delicious. You're going to have a great time. Or better yet, just go to Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, eat there. TV's everywhere. They treat you like family. The food's incredible. And if you're Mosley Dolphin, before the games, get down there, have yourself a little pep rally, then head out to Tommy Oliver. All you Dolphins, make sure you get down there this Friday. I think they're at home. I could be wrong. I have to double check that. But get down to Beef O'Brady's. If they're home or away, doesn't matter. Go get you a good meal there, then head wherever they're at. Have a wonderful time. Don't forget Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Love you, Pat. All right. We're already at Lynn Haven.
Yep.
We just had lunch.
Yep.
Let's go look for something to gift. Where are we going?
Let me remind you that there's only 107 days till Christmas.
Wow.
107 days until Christmas Day. So what you want to do is go out now, take advantage of the wide selection that they have at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77. Go in there, get a free jewelry cleaning and a free jewelry inspection. They do it all day, every day. David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven. Also, don't forget about all you Tiger Sharks down there in Port St. Joe. We're talking high school sports. Man, nobody has a better program in athletics down there than Port St. Joe. And guess what? Those Taco Bell people, they love those Tiger Sharks. So all you Tiger Sharks, all you wonderful people that live in Port St. Joe, get down to Taco Bell, support them. They're big-time supporters of Taco Sharks. They're Tiger Sharks. Get down to Taco Bell, have a wonderful
Sharks,
time.
I like that.
Yeah, and every Friday we got Coach Tanner right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, sponsored by Taco Bell. Also, don't forget, 1 in 5, Jason's got, I'm looking at him right now, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly.
Don't worry, Jason, I got your best side on camera.
All right,
Don't put it off. Go get
back.
checked. All it takes is 5 minutes for Dr. Ward. 5 minutes can save your life. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN. Offices throughout the Panhandle, Florida. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays, 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 85 with a moderate breeze at 16 miles per hour coming out of the east-northeast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with lows around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 87. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Mothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So we're talking about all these great players in the state of Florida now heading out all over the country. And Saban had a good, I thought it was pretty sharp. You know, it's changed. Nothing stays the same. We dominated college football, it seemed like, for 20 years. The SEC, all the national championships they won. And now you can see it. You can see it shifting right now. And the game has changed because of NIL. I'll just say it like this. In the state of Alabama, growing up there, watching a high school football player, they still pack out the high school stadiums on Friday night, not like they do in Florida. Florida, they just don't show up to watch the kids play. But we had the last 2 years in a row, maybe three, maybe it's three now, top 5 player in the entire state. Back in the day, they're going to Alabama, Auburn, and that's really about it back in the day, most of the time. Now we're losing top 5 players, not to Georgia, but to Oregon. Oregon's come in there and done it multiple times. We had one go to Ohio State. The game has changed. NIL's changed that. In the old days, you grew up in that state, you grew up dreaming to play at Alabama, you dreamed to play at Auburn. I think the same thing's here in Florida. You grew up to go play for the Gators, Florida State, when Bobby Bowden was there, and maybe the Canes back in that part of the state, you'd go there and play them. Now kids are going all over the country because NIL has changed that. And I think Saban's right. I think it's the truth. Now, you go visit Ohio State, it's 107,000 people there. They're playing for championships. They're on TV. You know that uniform. You know who they are. So I could see them getting them.
Then you go to the NFL.
Yeah, all the people they put in the NFL. And then you go to Oregon, but Oregon is not Ohio State.
No.
Oregon's not, to me, they're not a blue blood. They're getting there, but they're not a blue blood in my opinion. They might win the national championship this year, but they got a lot of money. They got all those uniforms, and their facilities are unbelievable. Go look on, I've never seen them, but I look online and see them. It's incredible. So I get that. Things have changed. I'm already predicting now. I do think this. I kind of think the Big Ten is going to win 3 in a row. So I think Saban said some of those things, and I think he's correct on those things. There's something we missing.
The 20 years prior where y'all were paying players and nobody else was.
We don't talk about negative things here on this show. I want to go back to the old way things were done.
Yeah, where everybody else gets in
We
trouble.
want to be the only ones cheating, by gosh.
This is so unfair. Listen to LSU fans cry about losing recruits because people are paying players.
And everybody knows that SEC has never cheated. It never has. It never
Tennessee
will.
giving out bags of McDonald's cash. And it wasn't monopoly money, I can guarantee
The
that.
helicopters landing in the field at the 50-yard line.
They were starving.
Anyway, but
that's the only thing he missed on that. But other than that, he makes good points about NIL. It has leveled the playing field. Ohio State loses players because of NIL. We had our top 3 defensive backs in the state of Ohio. Those are 99% locks to go to Ohio State. We had the safety that was number 1 safety in the country go to Oregon. We had another cornerback going to Oregon. Those are all 5-star kids that went to Oregon that normally they go to Ohio State. There's no question to ask. One of their dads actually played at Ohio State.
Right.
So it's just a new era. I mean, it's really about roster management. We see a lot of GMs now being hired by these schools because, there is not unlimited funds. Some of these teams may have it like Texas, Oregon, because Phil Knight, but you have to manage your roster. And what people keep missing out on with Ohio State is they play their established players. They're not paying these high school kids unless it's a Jeremiah Smith that is a generational talent. They play the players that have been developed, that are on the roster, that have produced. And I think that's where some of these teams miss the boat. You can't just give a Bryce Underwood $10 million and neglect the offensive line, wide receivers, because we saw what happened with Oklahoma. I mean, you can't field a whole team if you're going to give one guy $10 million because you don't have unlimited funds. And supposedly with this house settlement, you only have $20 million to give out. So if you're yeah, that's never going to hold up in court. And people are already dismissing that as not even a rule. So, but there's not unlimited funds, and roster management is hugely important.
Look at Michigan. They got our running back.
Yeah,
he left to go there. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him a bit. You watch Alabama's offense last year, the running backs never ran the ball. The quarterback was a running back.
Oh, I don't blame him for leaving.
I don't. And he goes to Michigan. He's making all that money, and he's doing well. Heck, he took it to the house, 75 yards, I think, against Oklahoma. And they got that quarterback. You talked about the quarterback was going to LSU.
Yep.
And he took the money. He went to Michigan. Michigan do whatever they want. They just pay the bill.
Yeah, we just found that out.
Yeah. And cheat, do what you want. We'll give you your money and pay the fines, and we keep our national championship. But the game has changed. But and even Ohio State, when you got all that talent, how long are they going to sit there and not play?
Well, they got a lot of kids that play, though. I mean, that's one thing I've noticed.
Well, that's
this
smart
year.
about today.
Yeah, because we had Zion Grady, the kid from Alabama. He had a sack and a tackle for loss on Saturday.
I'm so happy.
Caleb Downs look good, too.
But if you want to know,
Julian Sand.
our recruiting class is going to fall about 10th this year, and Auburn's kind of the same way. People are like, what's going on with our recruiting? Well, they're paying the established players on their roster. So they're keeping those freshmen. They're keeping those sophomore. Yeah. Instead of bringing in another freshman that may be super talented on the high school level but hasn't proven anything on the college level. And I think that's where people are missing the boat, and I think that's the strategy you need to have. Now, like I said, if there's a Jeremiah Smith, a Caleb Downs, those are guys that you're going to go after as a high school recruit. But if they're not established and you got kids that are sophomores that maybe haven't started yet, maybe the fans don't know who they are, you're going to take care of those guys because you know they can play. They've been in your system. You've been in your practice. They're the ones who set the standard and the culture of your team. You're going to pay those guys before an incoming freshman all day, every day.
Yeah, we're looking at the rosters and everything. And I do believe this. I think the SEC top to bottom is the best conference in college football. The top end, best conference, I think, is the Big Ten. You got Oregon, you got Penn State, you got Ohio State, and really they could be ranked 1, 2, and 3. And I think one poll they might be. Look what Oregon just did to Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State is a proud program. It's not like a
Big 12's a joke.
Yeah. I don't care. You score 69 points on Dundee. I mean, maybe that thing's falling apart, but he's been there 20 years. He's a good coach.
Just don't run your mouth before the game, and you won't get beat down.
What was the final score? 69
to 3, I believe.
Yeah,
something like that.
That stood out.
But what's crazy to me, because they used to have Boone Pickens, and he died in 2019. They used to be able to pay players, and now I think Gundy said they only spend like $7 million on their roster, and it looks like it.
Go back though. Look at the top end of these: Texas, Georgia. We were thinking Bama, but I'm not even going to bring in that conversation. No, I'm not.
LSU.
Their defense is not. We can put LSU in instead. But let's put LSU in there. Let's put those three: Texas, Georgia, LSU. One of them got the quarterback back. You look at the Big Three in the Big Ten. Penn State, I thought was a big deal because the quarterback's back. I knew that Sayin was the real deal. I just didn't know how long. And you watched him last week. He looked like the best quarterback in the country last week. Now it was against Grambling. Against Texas, he looked really good. And he's throwing to the unbelievable NFL talent all across the board. We were questioning Oregon because the quarterback, hell, he's good.
He was a 5-star coming out of high school. He just didn't play very well at UCLA as a freshman.
Whatever they're doing, he looked good.
I mean, I think Dan Lanning is one of the top 5 coaches in the country. He may not won anything yet, but he's that Kirby smart guy that's in the Big Ten.
Work for Saban, work for Kirby.
Tough, defensive minded. There's no soft, practices at Oregon. So
go to the SEC though. Look at the new quarterbacks there. Manning, Spurrier hit that, knocked it out of the ballpark on that. He was right.
He's hurt. I'm convinced he's hurt.
LSU's quarterback, I think, is the real deal.
I do too.
Georgia's, I don't know yet. I don't know.
I'm going to pull the plug on that one. I've seen too much already. He can get better, but it looks like he only has a fastball. He gets a lot of balls batted down. Now, he's got some legs. I'm not sold on their offensive coordinator. I don't think Bobo's the guy. I just don't see any creativity. I mean, if you watch some of these other teams, they're running.
You've been talking to Georgia fans?
I do read their message board, and they're way more mad than I am at their offensive coordinator. And it's been more than 1 year. Last year was pretty bad too.
Do you think is that going to be the group we can pull from? ESPN Computers said these are the teams that are really out there winning the championship. Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Georgia, Texas. They're the favorites to win the championship. Now, week 1, their computer picked, it would be Texas to win it. Week 2, it jumped to Georgia. This week, week 3, okay, we're going to week 3. Right now, the computer has Oregon, 18.1% to win the national championship. Number 2 was Ohio State, 15.1% to win championship. And number 3 was Texas, 11.1%. Out of the 16 we just talked about, you feel pretty good the national championship coming out of that group?
And LSU.
That was part of it, yeah.
They didn't have him high in the FPI. Yes. As far as we see now, there's always teams can get better. I think Alabama can get better. I think there's some other teams that, could come. Clemson can get better.
What about Miami?
Miami's another team. I forgot about Miami. That looked really good. I think they have the offense and defensive line.
Let me ask you,
Miami's
Notre
like
Dame,
the sleeper team. They're just like.
Well, he's been on them, and I was like, watch and see. We got some games coming up.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's not out of it. If they beat A&M this week, the next game is really USC.
Right.
And they don't have a conference championship. They're in.
And I think their quarterback's going to get better. They had the young quarterback coming in, first time start. But when you throw Beck into that Miami team, the good Beck, that's a dangerous team. I mean, their offense and defensive line dominated Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first three quarters, they could run on Notre Dame, which you usually don't see very, very much. So I was impressed with them. They got to be consistent. They tried to give that game away at the end. I don't even think Cristobal knew that Notre Dame had 3 timeouts at the end of that game when he was running the football, and that's a little bit of a red flag for me.
All right, let's talk about some of the great people we have. Turf Pro Pesking. Here we go again. Locals taking care of locals. I love Patrick. He does a great job. Listen to him every Monday, about 8:30 every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You talking about local. His beautiful daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley. She's incredible. Great family guy. But you want that yard look like a golf course, Turf Pro Pest Control can make that happen for you. You got bugs in the house, you want them gone forever. Patrick can do that. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1, locals taking care of locals. Vandy Roofing. There's nothing more local than Vandy. The Vandergrift family, incredible family here. Judy, Don, legendary people, great family. And Kyle does a great job. You want a beautiful roof. Not only roof, they can do anything, man. General contracting, they design the build, commercial, residential. But if you're looking for a roof, go Vandy Roofing. You'll be glad you did. Also, don't forget about the legendary Dr. Chad Mitchell. This is his 26 years on Bay County sidelines. Robotic surgery, he learned it before anybody else. The guy is incredible. People come from all around. Montgomery, Alabama, to be operated on Dr. Chad Mitchell, the legend. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, Alabama.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 85 with a moderate breeze at 16 miles per hour coming out of the east-northeast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with lows around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 87. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorrento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
GSX Lynn Haven WVLQ Fort St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
You say Bama. Not Alabama Crimson Tide. Here's what's going on. We want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. Anytime, day or night, they're there for you. Locals taking care of locals. That is Jason Steverson. Steverson Air Conditioning. He graduated from Mosley High School, the most honest, hardworking guy I know. You'll see that truck everywhere in Bay Point. If you have a problem, call Steverson Air Conditioning. Now, listen, get it serviced right before winter, right before summer. It lasts longer. Your power bill will drop down. You're going to save money. All right, Alabama at Wisconsin, 11 o'clock, ABC. Alabama at Wisconsin. No, Alabama versus Wisconsin, 11 o'clock on ABC. Alabama 1-1, 73-zip over Monroe. Quarterback Ty Simpson was 17-7, set an Alabama record, 17-7, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. Alabama finished with 583 yards total offense. They scored on all 11 possessions. 6 defensive wide receivers had touchdowns against Monroe. And Monroe's not really a very good football team. Alabama's ranked 18th now in the coaches poll. Wisconsin's 1-1. They beat Middle Tennessee 42-10. I watched a little bit of that one. They ran the ball more. They weren't throwing the ball to the field in that ball game. I think they're getting back a little bit to more of a power running game. They got some big, good-looking offensive linemen. That's what really made them the running game, not the passing game. I think they've gotten back to run the football, I think. Wisconsin scored the final 28 points that game after leading 14-10 at halftime. We shall see. Last year, Alabama beat Wisconsin 42-10 at Wisconsin. Jeremy Pridge was there, talked highly of their fans and their supporters there. I think we'll have a lot of them coming to Tuscaloosa to watch the Alabama Crimson Tide. A lot of these big name schools from different conferences come in and go see the Bryant Museum, have a good time, want to come see Bryant Denny. So let's make sure we treat them well like we always do. First time ever Wisconsin going to Alabama. Kickoff again is at 11 o'clock on ABC. Other kickoff games, the SEC this week. Number 16, Oklahoma at Temple, 11 o'clock kickoff on ESPN2. South Alabama at the Auburn Tigers, 11:45 on the SEC Network. Number 3, Georgia at number 15, Tennessee, 2:30 kickoff ABC. Louisiana at Missouri, 3 o'clock on the ESPN Plus. UTEP at Texas, 3:15 SEC Network. Akron State at Mississippi State, great win by them last week over Arizona State, 5 o'clock ESPN Plus. Arkansas at number 13 Ole Miss, 6 o'clock on ESPN. The big one, Florida at LSU, 6:30 ABC. We might go to the Cajun place for that one. 17th ranked Texas A&M, the big national game, if you want to call that. 17th ranked Texas A&M at number 8 Notre Dame, 6:30 on ABC. Brad Crawford, they do this every week, and I do enjoy looking at this. I know it doesn't make any sense. It's really too early to tell anything, but I do look at it, and I keep up with it, see who gets these things right. Alabama projected to go play in the Music City Bowl. And if they do, guess what? I'll go. I've never been to that bowl game. I like Nashville. I think that'd be fun. It'd be cold, and we'd have listen to some good music. So that's where he thinks Bama's going to wind up playing Indiana. Will Bama people be happy being in the Music City Bowl? No. I don't think so.
No.
Also, the other games I didn't mention, East Michigan at Kentucky, 6:30. That's for you, Wildcat. 6:30 ESPNU. Vandy at South Carolina, number 10 South Carolina, 6:45.
It's a sneaky good game right there.
Vandy, South Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah, watch out, South Carolina. But they're at home. Now, Alabama, 73 points against Monroe. That was good. The offense looked a lot better. They played harder. They had a hard week of practice. That's a good thing. I watched all the game. Defense played a lot better. They gave up only 55 yards passing. I think the offense could develop into be a pretty decent offense. They played another true freshman. I think his name is Brooks at receiver. He's a real deal. The kid's going to be really outstanding. Williams, if you don't get healthy, that's okay. We can live without you. Hopefully he'll get back.
Give him a stuffed animal. Make him feel better.
Well, I'll say this.
Number 5's your best receiver by far.
Yeah, Bernard, he's great. And they've got 3 or 4 that can play. Their receiver room's really good. Their quarterback room, man, that Russell kid's going to be something special, I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
But Williams, Jamie and I was talking about that. She said, Dad, I'm going to tell you what, he's one of the nicest. He treats everybody great. People love him. He's a great kid.
Yeah.
He really is. He's a little different. He's a great kid. I'm just old school. I don't like the teddy bears bringing to the, I don't know. But anyway, if what I'm saying is, though, maybe this wakes him up and he sees, you know what, I might want to get back in. I looked at his body against FSU. He went a whole year in winter workouts. To me, now, I wasn't up close. I get that. But it didn't look like his body had changed a whole lot.
Right.
And usually from a freshman to your sophomore year to your junior, you can see the body development because of the weight program. So we'll see. We'll see. I just hope it's not a one-year wonder. Because I remember last year, everybody, who's the best receiver in the country? Because the Georgia game is him or is the kid Ohio State. It's not even close. The kid is 6'4", 230. The Julio Jones of college football, that's who the best player is.
And maybe not even the best receiver on this team when you talk about a complete receiver. Bernard was played out in the Florida State. He did not back down. He wasn't scared. He made big-time catches. The kid was physical. Ryan Williams can be a huge asset to that team, though, just as a deep threat, just stretching the field, allowing them their run game to open it up a little bit and allow some of these other guys to work underneath. But they need to get him healthy, and I think he'll be fine. You know, all the finger paint, all that, whatever.
Yeah.
If you practice hard, work hard, and you put it on the field, nobody gives a.
I loved Alabama's freshman receiver, Brooks. Great, positive, upbeat, team player. He didn't go and start a fight on the sidelines. Right. He did not start a fight like a thug, like I saw in that one game. What team was it? I think it was Michigan. Did you see that quarterback go? Hayes should have body slammed him right there.
They were arguing because they didn't know the other team's signs, and it was pretty hard to play football.
That's what they were mad. Coach told us it was this sign. He goes, no, it was a different sign. That's true.
But the Cheater Bowl's this weekend. It's Denver, Central Michigan, the team that the Stallions was on the sidelines for.
We got a caller? Let's bring this caller
They'll steal each other's signs.
Probably not anymore.
I hope he hung up. Good morning.
By the way, you know that Coach Hayes and Coach Schembecker spied on each other's practices back in the day?
No.
I mean, it's been going on for years.
No, it hasn't.
And they did. They sent spies to spy on each other. Look it up. It's been going on for years. So quit with your sourpuss cheating and all that.
The NCAA said y'all cheated, that you should have had a bowl ban.
I didn't call about that. I was going on Jim Bob Superfly Stuck at Kent State's history.
Yeah.
Why would you call during the Alabama update on that?
You know, the Alabama update because no one gives a dang about Alabama except for you. Anyway, Devo was founded there, by the way. And also,
called Dabo. It's called Dabo.
Devo, the rock band, bro. Come on, during your era.
That's right.
And also, you want to know another famous guy that went to Kent State?
Elvis.
Tell me.
This guy, I love this guy. He's a comedian. He's a comic. Used to watch his shows back in the day.
Why did you answer the phone?
Now he's hosting Family Feud.
Why did you answer the phone?
Steve Harvey went to Kent State, man.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I knew he was from Cleveland.
Yeah, I knew that part.
Yeah, but he went to Kent State too. Yeah.
Roll
so anyway, and also,
time.
I am predicting right now the next member of the MAC is going to be Long Island because they actually played Eastern Michigan this weekend. I don't know who won, don't really care. But I bet you Maction will get into the New York pockets, and they'll probably invite LIU into our...
I figured Michigan would go down to the MAC since y'all like to stand on the Central Michigan sidelines. You might as well just go down there and play them.
You just keep talking your smack, bro. Go ahead.
Bryce Underwood is the best freshman to ever play ever.
No, that is the media pumping all these players up and crap.
No, that's your little presidente, little barstool guy that wants to claim everything's the greatest of the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, it's just let the kids play, let them go.
I agree.
He's going to make
100%.
mistakes and all that. And,
no argument here.
You know, and Orlovsky and all that. I like how these third-string, washed-up quarterbacks are suddenly experts. He steps out of the back of the end zone when the Lions went 0-16 that year and all that stuff. By the way, J.J. McCarthy played awesome last night after that pick six, brought the Vikings back. That was good. But I like how C.J. Stroud called out the Texans, too. You know, because Big Ten, we mold leaders and men, unlike the SEC, who spit on people. C.J. Stroud actually called out a Texas. Dude, we can't lollygag in the NFL. Those were the exact words.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to take a break. Real quick, did you ever find out what the Beath was with Underwood and Hayes on the sidelines. That was embarrassing. What happened?
Dude, it was just
I heard one of them spit on each other in the huddle.
It was just there's just two competitive guys, and it is what it is, man. It's like you never got mad at your teammate on the sideline, Coach.
I'm a very positive person.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
We don't spit on people.
We don't spit on people. We don't fight.
Oh, yeah, but Hayes never
don't
was
kick
spit on each other.
footballs.
They just got heated on the sideline.
We come off the field and the coach tells us to. All right, hey, you going to hang up, I hope?
Yeah, I got to go.
All right, have a good day. All right, thank you for the call.
All right, see you guys.
God
Yeah,
bless
man.
you. Love you. All right, let's tell them we get back. We got the Auburn Tigers coming up. Get out to J. Michael's Restaurant and have a wonderful meal today. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the interrupted Alabama update by Michigan Eddie. I tell you what, nobody does a better job than Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are number one. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Go check it out. We're one day away from that world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Cannot wait. Also, Russ, Amber, we love you. Let's go get some jewelry. Let's go get it from the best people out there. They can design it. They build it. You got something tore up, they fix it right there in-house.
In-house. 107 days till Christmas.
Where are they located?
They are located at 830 Highway 77.
Who are we talking about?
Glen Haven, David Adamson, Designer Jewelry.
Hey, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. 5 minutes can save your life. Go see Dr. Ward. I can't wait to talk to him tomorrow at 7:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And don't forget about Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make it happen for you every Tuesday, every Friday. The local legend right here.
He's like a doctor.
Women love him, men fear him. He is unbelievable. The one and only Jason Kovaleski. We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
You've got to have a bad game at some point.
Feel the burn.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama.
The Red 70s studio line.
This could go 7 games.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 85 with a moderate breeze at 16 miles per hour coming out of the east-northeast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with lows around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 87. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
When you bring your vehicle to Panama City Toyota for repairs or maintenance, you'll get the warmest welcome around.
That's because we see service differently.
It's not only an expert team that can help with everything, from simple adjustments to a new set of tires. It's also a team that values your time, so we make your experience as quick and comfortable as possible. Because we're committed to service that goes beyond. Only at Panama City Toyota.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hales Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey, Martha, Kenny, Jane, Jenna. I saw the Steve.
It'll come to you.
The Segrets. They were at the. They had the grandbaby at the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. My brain, you know how my brain works. Hey, let me ask you this. You want to give a shout out to somebody. Let's make sure
because I made a mistake last week. I didn't remember his name completely, but I wanted to give a shout out to the Bay High wide receiver, Noah Clement. Him and his mom come in all the time. We've been working with him, put some size on. Noah Clement, he's a wide receiver.
Cox said it was somebody else.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to correct myself from last Friday. No,
let's blame it on Kyle. He's not here.
It's actually my fault, but I do know Noah and his mother comes in. They buy products. We help them out. He's put on a lot of size, but the kid's going to be a phenomenal player. He kicks extra points for them. I think he had 100 yards receiving against Mosley. So I did want to give a shout out to them and correct my mistake from last Friday. So he's doing a phenomenal job, and they're a great family too.
Well, I will say this. If you love high school football and you're a Mosley Dolphin, you make sure you get out to Beefo Braves every Friday night, have yourself a little pep rally, then head wherever they're playing, head on after that. Just give yourself time to get to Beefo Braves in Lynn Haven. Our great city commissioner of Lynn Haven, Pat Perno, is the owner. He does an incredible job. He trains them up the right way. I don't think anybody who works there has ever had a bad day. They treat you like family every time you go there. The atmosphere is incredible. He's always giving back to the community. TV's everywhere. Great place to go watch all the NFL game, college football, whenever. Now, if you want to get the food to go, a lot of people get wings. I mean, they order a lot of wings from that place. And where that place is Beefo Braves in Lynn Haven. Go by and pick them up, take them home, have you a big-time party. Let Pat do all the cooking. It's incredible. Get out there and have a wonderful time. All right, let's jump into the Auburn Tigers. Auburn versus South Alabama. Kickoff's 11:45. This one, I'd be glad when it's over. Now, South Florida is kind of like South Alabama's kind of like South Florida.
Yeah.
This is their Super Bowl. Alabama will never schedule them. As long as Coach Bryant's son's around, I don't think Alabama will ever schedule them. I don't think they should. Auburn's doing it. They're playing more in-state schools. They should win. But I'm telling you now, South Florida's going to get them in there and play the best they can possibly play. Auburn's just got too much talent. It's not going to happen. Auburn will beat them. Auburn now is 2-0. They're ranked for the first time, I think, since 2021. They look good. The passing game's looking better. Saturdays down south, they beat the predictions, looking at the future schedules. They do this every week, and I'm going to report it every week, that what the final record is going to be for the Auburn Tigers. Their passing, I'll get to that in just a second, but the passing game did improve from the week before. He looks good throwing the ball. He can run the ball. Offense is no problem. They got good receivers. They got good players across the board. Defense has played a lot better. Now, Saturdays down south says Auburn this year, looking at the future opponents, they got to take care of business this week, and I'm really looking forward a week from now. Kickoff time will be 2:30. It's going to be at Oklahoma on ABC. I cannot wait for that football game.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's got to get through their game. They're on the road, I think, at Temple. They got to get care of that one. Then we're going to have two teams, 3-0, where they got to win this ball game to have the kind of year they want to have. But after that, then they got on the road to A&M. So let's take care of business this week at Auburn. Go on the road, beat Oklahoma there. Even if you split those games, if you can split the Oklahoma A&M game, they still got a shot. They'll get to that 8 wins. If they win the next 3 games, South Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, they say, watch out, 9+ could happen. They do have Alabama at home. We all know Alabama's, you can beat them. Georgia right now is not scared, or nobody's really fearful of Georgia right now. They're talking about the offense isn't this good, the quarterback's not this good. We might be talking differently after this week's game, though. Georgia got a lot of people banged up. So this could be a really good year for the Auburn Tigers. They beat Baylor. Baylor turned around and beats SMU, so they're ranked now. So good things heading in the right direction. But the big game, 2 weeks, 2:30 ABC, Oklahoma. South Alabama, they're going to get in there and play hard. They just don't have the players to match up with Auburn. So I think they pull away in the second half. You see anything like the South Florida game, I don't see anything
unless you
like
see
that.
like maybe 3 turnovers or something weird happen. Auburn's getting better every week, and it's mainly because the quarterback's playing better every week. But I do want to see them take the next step in the pass game. I think that makes them a more complete team. We know they can run the football. I think their offensive line's played good. The defense is going to play great no matter what. But if we can see those 5-star receivers really start to come out of their shell and make some, down the field catches and really open up that offense, I think Auburn could be really dangerous coming down the stretch. I think they beat A&M. I think Oklahoma, that's a tough one, especially with the way Mateer's playing. But like you said, you split those games, you move forward. Alabama doesn't look as daunting as it did in the preseason, so that's a winnable game. I think they're right where they need to be, and you got to give Hugh Freeze credit. As much flack as he took in the offseason, they're right where they need to be.
Yeah, all the talk about Hugh Freeze, the hot seat, all that's talk, now it's shifted to DeBoard, now it's shifted to Billy Napier. Who knows what it'll be next week? Who knows? Maybe if Florida beats LSU, they might jump on Kelly.
They definitely will.
I don't know if you mentioned this, but Auburn is number 24 in the AP.
Yeah, that's good.
First time in a long
And the coaches poll still don't have them ranked. I don't get that. They should be ranked top 25, in my opinion.
Especially after beating Baylor, because Baylor beat SMU, and that was the darling of the ACC last year, and that was an explosive offense. And I think they're definitely a top 25 team. There's a lot of bad teams out there this year, I'll be honest.
Yeah, everybody was talking about Auburn's defense. They were disappointed, especially the secondary, the passing, defending the pass. Well, Baylor's pretty doggone good. Look what they just did to SMU, and that's like you were all pointing, a playoff team. So this week, they wanted to make improvement. They did. Of course, this team Ball State's not a Baylor, so, they should improve. But they got one of the best linebackers, not the best linebacker in the SEC. Atkins, he can play. 5 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 5 individuals, 2 quarterback sacks. He's big, physical, fast. He can drop in coverage. He can do it all. Now, Auburn's favored 25.5 when it first opened up. I don't know if I touched that or not.
No.
I just don't know. South Alabama is going to play their lights out. Auburn, if they get up 2 or 3 touchdowns, you got Oklahoma coming up. If I'm Hugh Freeze, I get the lead. I make sure I get the win. But I'm going to play a lot of people with Oklahoma coming up next. That's just me. I don't know if I touched the 25.5. I wouldn't touch it.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, I think they're good, but, they're still a work in progress, and I think they're still improving. They're still trying to figure some things out, and, mistakes can be made. So, but they just need to win. They don't have to look at, style points don't matter with the playoff anymore. You just get in there, get your W, keep people healthy, and then get to Oklahoma.
The key is don't lose more than 2.
Right.
CBS Crawford, we talked about him earlier. He's got Auburn going a little bit better than Bama. They got Auburn going to the Citrus Bowl, playing Michigan. I mean, Michigan had a pretty good year if Michigan goes to that bowl game.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah. Well, maybe I say that Michigan getting that bowl game probably because Penn State gets in, Oregon gets in, Ohio State's in. That's probably why they got Michigan going to the Citrus Bowl. And if they do go play Auburn, that game will be played December 31st, 2 o'clock from Orlando, Florida. ESPN, they already do their bowl. They got Auburn in the Music City Bowl also playing Michigan. So both CBS and ESPN totally different. Jackson Arnold, 24 of 28, 253 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We know the guy can run. Watching against Baylor, physical kid, he'll tuck it, run it. We saw him do it against, I think it was Alabama last year when he was at Oklahoma. But now I'm glad to see him throwing the football. That was pretty good. If they can just get the playmakers the ball, the receivers Auburn has, Auburn's going to move the football.
Against good teams. You know what I'm saying? That's the next step when I was referencing that.
And I'm glad to see Cobb step it up. He's doing good. He led Auburn all ground. Of course, we know the main one's out right now, but he ran the ground game, did a really good job against Ball State. I think he had the rushing tackle, period, 495 yards, I think it was, against 68. Cobb recorded his second start ever at Auburn, rushed for 121 yards, a career day for him, 121 yards on just 11 carries, 2 touchdowns, his first 100-yard game. 46-yard touchdown run looked pretty good, longest of his career. Cobb has 195 yards in 2 ball games, and we need him to be healthy. We've got to get all the running backs healthy before the Oklahoma game for sure. As a freshman, now Cobb as a freshman, he played in 2023. He had 172 yards. Then as a sophomore year, as a 2024, he only had 142 yards. So now this is his breakout year, and hopefully great things will happen for him.
Who's the best team in the SEC right now?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. This year, And the SEC is different than any. It might be somebody we have no clue.
Right.
And again, some of it is because everybody's breaking in new quarterbacks. Texas has got one. Georgia's got one. Everybody's breaking in new quarterbacks. Seems like.
Vandy's got an 8-year veteran.
One good thing about LSU, they got their quarterback back. If that defense continue, but I don't know. I was like, man, they are back. The defense is outstanding. Then I watched the first half of Clemson Troy. I'm like, ooh.
And then I watched LSU
maybe this
last
is why
week.
that defense looked so good.
Right.
Yeah.
And LSU didn't look that good this last weekend, especially their offensive line, which was surprising.
We shall see. Get by South Alabama, Auburn Tigers. Then the big one, Auburn 2:30, ABC, Oakland. We can't look ahead, guys. We can't. I'm doing it, but we can't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, we get back. We'll talk some more about college football, everything else is going on. But right now, let's talk about Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Tomorrow, 10 wings and a side for $9.99. They got the $10.99 going on all the time. This is the place to go watch NFL, college football. In Lynn Haven, it's Beef O'Brady's. All you Mosley Dolphins, make sure you get in there for the pep rally right down there. Ooh, get those chips. Get everything.
Rings.
Hey, Pat's involved. It's going to be outstanding. Love Pat. Also, we already over there. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
107 days till Christmas. Free jewelry inspection, free jewelry cleaning. We're talking about 830 Highway 77, Davison Adamson Designer Jewelry, Lynn Haven.
Hey, number one, just like Dr. Ward, listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN. Cannot wait till tomorrow to hear what he's got to say about the Florida Gators. A lot of people, I have a lot of people down at J. Michael's on Wednesday. They let me know what they think about Dr. Ward. Some love him. Some don't agree with him. But he's good. He's good. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Get down to the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, Thomas Drive. It is the legendary place run by a legend himself, the legendary J. Michael's. We're one day away from that world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Taco Bell, Port St. Joe, Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction, 850-740-3815, or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jason Kovalevsky, Jim Brandt, and Wildcat himself. Give us a call today, 215-6290. The fifth caller, you're not going to believe what you're going to get. Fifth caller.
A hard way to go.
Be the fifth caller right now, you're going to be shocked. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. All right, I want to ask you guys' opinion about this. I want to give a shout-out to my great quarterback. We had him. I loved him. I watched him. And I was so excited that we had him. I want to tell you what he did a great job this weekend. He did set a record, 16 straight completions. The guy's unbelievable. Of course, he has the best receiver in college football. Smith had 119 yards. We're talking about Ohio State starting quarterback, Mr. Sayin. You believe that?
Yeah.
16 straight.
Yeah.
I saw him hit, I think it was a tight end down the middle. I think it was one of the first ones he hit. But I knew he was going to be an unbelievable football player. I don't think he got all the hype. There was somebody else came out of that class.
Arch Manning.
There you go. That's who it was. And it wasn't even. And I'm not cutting down Manning at all. I'm not. He's a good kid, and I think he's a really good football player. He's a great player. But I watched those things and talked to Coach and Daniel up there. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
This Saturday, I was shocked. I mean,
we got a caller. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Big arm for his size.
I am a victor.
He's a fifth caller. You started it.
Well, congratulations.
Another cheater.
Congratulations. We want to thank. Guess what you've won?
I don't know, but I know I won something.
You sure did. Next time you're in the studio, we've got here some of the best ice water you've ever had. We got a bottle of water right here for you. So make sure when you get over the 104.3.
It's only to drink out of one time.
You get yourself one bottle of water. Brought to you by the Coach James Hill Show.
There ain't nothing better than Great Lake fresh water from like the likes of Ohio, Michigan, all that has the best tap water ever.
Well, you won some here.
Courtesy of Buffalo Rock.
Was he really the fifth caller?
Yes,
Can you believe that?
Yes, he was.
Congratulations. We appreciate. What's your name, sir?
You know who I am.
Oh.
You're going to make me fill out paperwork just because you want to give away a bottle of water.
That's all I'm doing.
Paperwork to fill out.
I just want to see anybody to call. I was testing, see anybody's listening. Hey, well, thank you for calling, sir. We certainly appreciate you. I hope you will come out and to watch maybe the LSU Florida game at that Cajun place. And
I already told you. I'll be in Birmingham this weekend. Freddie's baseball tournament.
Man, that's right. I forgot. I thought he couldn't play.
He can play non-contact, and he can pitch, and he can bat, and all that. And this is like the wrap up for Mosley's spring season.
Oh, okay.
So he's got 3 fall baseball tournaments. Football's out, but he's practicing with the team so that he can come back for football spring practice at 100%. Everything's good to go. We're not rushing it. We're doing it the right way so he can compete to earn his position on the team.
Hey,
and that's based on his medical and management team recommendation. So we're doing that.
God bless him. I hope everything's 100%
He's a
correct.
big, good-looking athlete, man.
Look at J.J. McCarthy and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And look at how well J.J. McCarthy did. Yes, look at Blake Corum. He came back and all that. So, hey, someone once told me things don't happen against you; they happen for you.
There you go, brother. Don't you ever forget that.
A great man once.
You might be upset, might not like it, but it always works out. All right, can I talk? All right, what'd you think about Ohio State's quarterback? I've given him some love. I tell you what, he was a Bama guy. He was one of the best. He was the best quarterback coming out, doing a great job up there at Ohio State. Congratulations to him. I'm still a fan of his. I think he's a great character kid also.
Well, I think what he did week 1, it was good that it was in the shoe and in the friendly confines for him.
Yeah.
And the team won, and he didn't lose the game for him. It was a good experience for him. The biggest game in week 1. And then they played Grambling, so that's like a preseason game. So, and they put up, was it 56, 70-something to nothing or whatever it was. I mean, so, you know, he's only going to get better. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see Bryce Underwood versus him for the next 3 or 4 years. So it'll be good to see.
All right, let me ask you this, guys. Everybody give their opinion. Miss Gay, you can hold on and do it with us. Georgia -7 at Tennessee. Would you touch that?
It's down to 3.5.
It's down to 3.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So there you
that
go,
was a
Vegas.
big.
So Miss Katie, you said you would touch this, wouldn't you? -7.
I wouldn't have touched it at 7.
I wouldn't have touched it at 7.
Nah, that's too much.
I think Tennessee's going to beat Georgia, though. Sorry, Coach Moon, but with what you said yesterday about the lineman being out and all that, and
Tight end broke his leg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jim, would you touch it at 7?
And Aguilar's playing good, the quarterback. So
I would touch it at 7, but I would go with Tennessee at 7. 7's a lot of points.
Yeah.
I just know this about Kirby. Do not, doubt
every
this
time
guy
you
because
think they're not good.
they're not playing big time teams now. They don't have to show a lot on offense. As much as I maybe don't see it with Stockton, I'm sure they got a game plan. I'm sure they're going to come in with their hair on fire and they're going to do some things we haven't seen yet. So don't sleep on Kirby. Kirby's still one of the top 2, maybe probably the best coach in college football right now. So don't sleep on him. I've seen this movie before.
Florida at LSU -8. Would you touch that one? I'm telling you, man, it won't shock me if Florida wins this game. It won't shock me if they get blown out either.
I'm with you. There's no way to tell what this game. I can see LSU winning 42-7. I can see Florida winning 35-21. I can see a 16-14 game. I just don't know what to expect from this team. Like you said, Florida played hard Saturday. Yeah, they made some mistakes, but I think Billy's got to let Lagway open up the playbook. They got to throw the ball downfield, let him use his legs.
It's a Saturday night.
Yeah,
Baton Rouge.
I got LSU. I think Nussmeier proved a lot for me at that Clemson game.
Would you touch it? -8? No. Michigan Eddie, what do you think? LSU -8. Would you touch that one?
No, it's too unpredictable, just like you guys are saying.
What do you think, Wildcat? Would you touch it?
Why not? I'm a gambling guy.
There you go. Touch
I'm a
it,
gambling
baby.
guy.
Put that 100,000. Just put it on there and don't worry about it.
All right, and you're going to make that check out when?
I can't hear you. Arkansas at Ole Miss -10. Arkansas is playing well right now. I don't care who they're playing. They're playing well.
I wouldn't touch that. I don't trust that at all either.
Ole Miss at home, tough.
Yeah.
They
scuffled a little this last week.
Jim, you touch that -10? Arkansas?
Maybe. I don't know.
They were struggling with Kentucky for a half. I mean,
oh man,
they were getting beat by Kentucky.
That's Kentucky.
That's Kentucky. They sleepwalking.
That's enough of that.
This is
I'll stand up for you.
Kentucky.
See these guys? Yeah.
What's wrong with Kentucky is they need to play Cutter Boley at quarterback, not that other transfer guy.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you.
All right, Miss Gay, would you
I
touch
agree.
this one? -10, Ole Miss. Arkansas at Ole Miss.
No, I don't know about Ole Miss. Performance last week was.
Come on.
and
I'm
all
with
that,
Jim.
so.
This is amazing. I might would do this one. All right, Vandy at South Carolina -7. Watch out for this one. Watch out.
I'm going South Carolina all day. All day, and they're going to roll.
They have a common opponent. Vandy looked better against Virginia Tech than South Carolina
They
did.
came back, man. They were
and
down
that was
14
at
Virginia Tech.
This is going to be a good game to me.
It's going to be an excellent game.
I wouldn't touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
Virginia Tech. That was an opener though for both teams, so you can't really. That's kind
They
of
They played South Carolina. Virginia Tech did.
I know they did. That was week 1.
And then week 2, they played Vanderbilt.
At
Vanderbilt
home.
spanked them.
At home. Jim, would you touch this one to -7? All right. Texas A&M at Notre Dame -6. Fighting Irish.
I got Notre Dame big in that game.
Ooh. Come on, Miss Gay.
Yes,
Big.
Notre Dame.
Jim,
They're going to come out with a
are you jump on the Yankee bus? Are you going all Yankees?
I would at home probably.
That's the reason I
the
say
Golden
it.
Dome, man.
Wildcat, you gonna be with the
Touchdown
Yankees?
Jesus.
Come on, man. Come on.
No.
The Yankees ain't gonna do that.
No.
All right. Wisconsin. I'll tell you right now, don't touch it. Wisconsin at Alabama. One time it was 21. I think it's now 19. No way. I won't touch that. Would you touch it, Jason?
No. I mean, Wisconsin's 2-0. I mean, Alabama's still figuring some stuff out. So
Alabama's defense is not like we thought it's going to be. I don't think. They're not very good. They got a lot of people hurt up front. The inside linebacker play.
If it was 13 or 14, maybe, but 20 points is. I mean, you can get a late score on a nothing, play, and you lose. So
I think they're going to be fortunate to even win.
I think it's going to be a better game.
Eventually, Alabama's going to get tired of getting spanked. in front of the whole world. Something's going to happen.
Good
I
job,
don't know
Lockhart.
what.
Great analysis.
Hey, I like that.
Called you out, man.
I like that. I like that.
I'm
Good
calling
job.
out. Wait till the 26th.
Ooh, that's good. I like
What, they
that.
got Kentucky?
I don't know. I like that. Probably Georgia. No, I just don't think Alabama defense is very good. Now, a lot of people are hurt on defense line. I don't like the inside linebacker play. Love the kids. They just overcome a huge knee injury. So we'll see. And the best one of the best defensive backs out for the first half because he got a target.
Did you get the defensive lineman back that was hurt?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll hold him out to Georgia.
Okay.
All right, what do you think, Michigan? minus 19 Alabama. Would you touch that?
No. Still undecided about Alabama and what they got.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We know what we've got. We know exactly what we got. We got the best of the best. We got Patrick. We got Jason here. We got Jim. We got Wildcat. And somebody on the phone. Turpro Pest Control. You want that yard look beautiful? Patrick can make it happen. You got bugs in your house? He can make them go away forever. Locals taking care of Local. That's Patrick. Listen to him every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle Vandergrift does an incredible job. You want a great roof? Vandy Roofing. Now, you will not beat this anywhere. I'm so excited about this. I love the place. I love Jan Trudy. Rick, I love Rick. He played football for me at Arnold. Love Rick. All the people down there at that Cajun place, they are wonderful. We love them all. They do a great job. 50-cent wings. I'm talking big, delicious, unbelievable wings. $5 pitchers every time a game's being played, NFL or college. You can't get 50-cent wings anywhere anymore.
And they're big wings, too. Big wings.
Not only that, they got 27-plus TVs there. They got, on Saturday mornings, they got a brunch for you. You can get in there early, 10 o'clock in the morning, watch game day, get where you want to sit, watch your favorite football games, drink those beers, 50-cent wings, you can't beat it. And if you're LSU fans, matter of fact, I think Julie and I are going to go to the LSU Florida game there and watch it there. Wear your shirt. If LSU scores a touchdown, go up there and say, may I please have my free Jell-O shot? They'll go, yeah, absolutely, sir. But you got to have your LSU shirt on. Now, Sunday, they got the North Shore Jazz Band playing for your entertainment, 10 to 12. Then, that brunch is good, by the way. Then, the NFL packages, TVs everywhere. If you're a Saint fans, wear your shirt. If they happen to score, free Jell-O shots for you. Jan Trudy trying to help you out. We know you can't get in there summertime. There's too many people in there. That's the reason they take care of the locals during football season. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. Get down there, have a wonderful time. And all you Tiger Sharks, Port St. Joe, Taco Bell. Love those Tiger Sharks. Make sure you get out to Taco Bell. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the sports talk and live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For this afternoon and evening, some clouds and a high of 85 with a moderate breeze at 16 miles per hour coming out of the east-northeast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with lows around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a moderate breeze and a temperature near 87. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and sunny. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
In a world full of noise, one name cuts through it all.
Amplify AI.
We help
help HVAC, plumbing, and home service pros get found fast. More leads, more calls, more results. This ain't just marketing. It's AI-powered performance.
Amplify AI.
Hear the roar.
Call Lee at 850-299-1269. Amplify AI.
That bear ain't just for show.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for listening. Auburn, South Alabama at Auburn. We talked about this one, minus 25. With Oklahoma coming up, I think they're going to take care of business. I don't think there's a problem with that. But I think he's going to try to play, if he can, he's going to play a lot of people. I don't think he's interested in scoring a whole lot of points. They got a big game coming up with Oklahoma. So I don't think I'd touch the minus 25 versus South Alabama. We all kind of agree with that. Yeah. Louisiana at Missouri minus 21. Missouri's playing well, man. I probably would now because I've been so down on them. They made a living off that Cotton Bowl. That helped them out quite a bit. They lived off that. They have 17 starters back, and they're playing well. I got to give them some respect. They looked good last week against Kansas.
And they got George as one of their better defensive ends that transferred over to the portal. Yeah. Everybody in the country wanted them. Playing with a backup quarterback, too. I mean,
watching them, Alabama's got to go to Missouri. I think they go to Auburn, so we got to watch out for this football team.
Yeah.
UTEP at Texas minus 38. Do you think they run it up?
They only scored 38 this past week, and that team was worse. Arch, I totally believe he's a little hurt. I don't know what's going on with his shoulder. I shared a clip between us, last week where he was threw a ball and was grimacing. So I think they need to rest him a little bit maybe and get maybe the backup quarterback some experience. But, he just looks hurt to me.
So don't touch the 38?
I wouldn't touch the 38.
Touch it. Okay. I don't know much about Michigan. East Michigan at Kentucky. Kentucky minus 23. If they even win a game, I think it's a miracle. So being Kentucky. Don't give me that look. I'm just messing with you.
I'm giving you that look.
No, all right, would you touch it minus 23?
No.
It's at Kentucky?
Yeah.
No. Nobody touch it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. And we'll make our
Kentucky, if you can hear me.
This is coming up September 20th. There's some pretty good games that week. 11 o'clock kickoff, Arkansas, Memphis. That's going to be on ESPN2. 11:45, Alabama, Birmingham at Tennessee, SEC Network. Then the big one, Auburn at Oklahoma, 2:30 ABC. Also at 2:30, Tulane at Ole Miss, ESPN. 3:15 in Northern Illinois at Mississippi State, SEC Network. Here we go. South Carolina at Missouri. I'm interested in this one. 6:30 on ESPN or ABC. Then I think it's going to be ESPN because I think ABC is going to be the Florida Gators at Miami, 6:30 on ABC. I think that's going to be a huge game. Now, if Florida gets blown out, they'll probably put that on ESPN instead of that. Kentucky at Vandy. Watch out, Vandy. Watch out, Kentucky. 6:30 ESPNU. SLU. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that was. Versus at LSU, 6:45 SEC Network. Sam Houston at who has Texas played? They've got all these cupcakes. They opened up with Ohio State. Then they got all these cupcakes. Sam Houston at Texas, 7 o'clock on the SEC Network. That's also on the 20th. Anything you guys who want to? I got some other stuff.
Where's game day going to be this week?
SLU
They're going to be at Knoxville, Tennessee. Game day will be at Knoxville, Tennessee for the and SEC Nation will be in Baton Rouge for the LSU Florida game.
Is what's the name going to jump in the Tennessee River like he did a couple years ago? Remember that?
Is it McAfee?
McAfee.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Who knows with him? What did he do this past week? Somebody they got upset about him. Did he try to put a hat on or something like Lee did?
Oh, I don't know. I think somebody gets upset with him every week. So yeah. It's just.
I tell you what. I think those people. I think the Fox show is pretty good. What's it called? The noon show?
Big Noon Kickoff.
The show?
I liked Fox until they brought Portnoy on. Now it's just like a clown show, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, see, I like Mark Ingram. So I
do, too. I like Urban. Urban, if you listen to him break down a game, you can see why he was successful. You may not like him as his integrity. Florida fans hate him.
I know where I wish he was at right now.
Yeah.
Which one you like better, Game Day or Fox?
I watch the Fox one more now because to me, I don't want to listen to Desmond Howard at all.
Right.
He's a complete tool.
Yeah.
Completely. There's nothing he says to me has any validity whatsoever.
Right.
They're all a dog and pony show.
Yeah.
I mean, anymore.
I try to watch when Saban's talking, and then I flip it back because I flip it back and forth. But I like Urban. I like Saban.
There was some lady on ESPN. I was like, what is she talking about?
Probably Heather Dinich.
No, it was somebody else.
Because I do that, scratch my head like.
I liked it when Game Day had the guy that played at Georgia. What's his name?
Yeah,
David Pollock.
Yeah, I liked him.
A couple, about 3-4 years.
What is he doing now?
He does some podcasts and stuff like that on YouTube.
Why did they get rid of him?
Politics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. I love it. My granddaughter, she I know what she did. She thought I was going to. Anyway, by Lorelei, Daddy, Johnny, Leighton, Mama, ha ha ha.
There you have it.
She knows I read these notes. Good job, Lorelei. That was pretty cool, man.
She got
pretty
you.
cool. You got me.
Basically, roll tide.
Yeah. Wildcat, what do you think, man? You think your Kentucky's going to fall apart now they lost to Ole Miss? You think they'll be okay? Because a lot of them got them being the last team in the SEC.
I thought that it would be determined by now, but to me, it's not. That game shook them up, straightened them up.
They played well for a while.
They play. I don't see what happened. I didn't see what happened. So I can't. I'm still on the fence about Kentucky.
Yeah.
Still on the fence. I mean, I'm going to shoot for it.
Honestly, I don't think they can beat. They're going to have a hard time with Vandy. Maybe they beat them.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to beat Tennessee. I don't think they'll beat Louisville. I watched Louisville. They started out slow, then they started playing ball.
I would think this Miami South Florida game, people better watch out, And I think Florida's coming up for Miami, so that's a game they might look a little past. So we'll see how good Miami is. If they can beat South Florida soundly, I think that says a lot about their team and that culture in their locker room.
What do you think about Oklahoma? That's got to get him off the hot seat for a while.
I think he's off the hot seat, but if you watch that game, they gave Michigan every opportunity to get back in it and take the lead. They made a lot of mistakes, and they just didn't trust Underwood. I was pretty shocked. I mean, at some point, who cares if you lose by 7 or 70? You got to take the handcuffs off this kid. He was the number one recruit coming in. Now, their wide receivers are very pedestrian. I don't see anything that's a game breaker or somebody. So maybe they just weren't getting open. But I expected more from Michigan and Underwood, and I think Oklahoma made a lot of mistakes that left that game open. But Mateer's the real deal. If they can keep building on that, they're going to be a problem for teams. Experienced quarterbacks are ruling the day here in college football this year. I mean, if you look around, see guys like Beck, you see guys like Nussmeier, LSU, and then, Mateer, Oklahoma. Those teams are really good. Some of these younger guys are struggling.
We've already done?
Wow.
Are you kidding? That went by crazy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fast. All right, guys, I'll see you guys Friday. Leave it right here all day long, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
For the NFL, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Thursday night football is back.
To the end.